Elliot Kleinberg, and this is Something Went Horribly Wrong, a blog about bad writing and how to fix it. Segment 67, More Tight Writing. Now, way back on February 14th, 2021, we talked about the importance of tight writing. Today, we revisit the issue courtesy of an old book that I found on my bookshelf. The biggest sin in writing, after fact errors and bad grammar, is failing to write tight. You might ask a reader why she stopped reading the book you wrote. She'll say, yeah, I don't know, it just was a slog, or it just dragged, or it took forever. Now, often, it's not that you did a large segment that went nowhere, although Lord knows that happens. Rather, you just filled your story with a million passive sentences and wordy sentences. They're the equivalent of potholes or speed bumps or knee-deep snow. They slow down the reader until maybe she just gives up. Now take a look at this passage. This is the opening to a book that someone actually sold to a publisher. It's one sentence, 402 words. We realize we might get a nasty call from the author, and we're going to take our chances. Now, it's in gray, by the way, because we never read it. You shouldn't either. Now, at the beginning of this segment, we mentioned a book I found on my shelf. It's called The Word. It's subtitled An Associated Press Guide to Good News Writing. It was written in 1982 by Rene J. Capon, a revered AP editor who died at age 83 in 2007. I bought the book sometime in the 1980s. It covers much of the same advice you've gotten from Horribly Wrong, plus a ton more. Naturally, in an outfit such as AP, an extra word is far more damaging than in a full-length book. But even if you plan to write novels instead of hard news, every page of the Word is packed with valuable advice. Now, as with Strunk and White's Elements of Style, which horribly featured on April 10th, 2022, The Word is about quality writing, which more often than not means tight writing. Capon wrote, "Bloated language is all around us." He praised this 1949 lead by AP writer Hal Boyle. Omaha Beach, Normandy. It is D-Day plus 5 years, soldier, on this sandy coast where the world hinged on what you did. Capon wrote that not every news subject can be handled in exactly that style, but all news writing should aim at that sort of simplicity and directness. Here are more examples by Capon of wordy writing and his fixes. It is unusual in the legislature to have a conference committee of more than 4 members. A conference committee with more than 4 members is unusual. Crimes of a violent nature are increasing. Violent crimes are increasing. The loss of skilled workers will be a crippling factor in the economy of Iran. The loss of skilled workers will cripple the economy of Iran. He is an acknowledged leader in the medical field. He's a leader in medicine. In terms of home prices and availability, young couples today are virtually excluded from the housing market. How about few young couples today can find houses they can afford? Next time, may the good news be yours. I'm Elliot Kleinberg. Visit www.ekfla.com. That's ekfla.com.